listening to tits. To this head and slice of an angel wrapped in his skin. Oh, dice and woes of life. Love and pride, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? Once subjected to paradise. Crystal chandeliers, moons reflected. Often mirrors appear quick, running from ear to ear. Craving the radiant brain, rekindle the flame. Close as she draws near. Say that, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, in paradise. We know I've heard this. In paradise, in paradise. We know what I've heard this. In paradise, in paradise. We manifest dreams. In paradise, in paradise. This is what you conceive. Are you my...
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and today we are coming to you from one of my favorite locations, and of course, it's Tuesday, so you know what we're doing. You know where we're at. We are at Georgia's Happy Hog. I don't know why it always does that. I don't know why it does that every time. It drives me nuts when it does that. When it freezes up on my stream here, it freezes up on me, so I have to go back and fix it. But anyway, we're here at Tuesday, so as every Tuesday, we're pretty much every Tuesday. We're here at Georgia's Happy Hog, located at 712 Culbertson Drive, just east of Lincoln Boulevard, south of the state capitol, north of the OU Medical Center, right there on Lincoln, across from the Harn Homestead, east of the Harn Homestead. There you go. And if you want to call for catering or events, you can contact them at 405-525-8111, or you can come in and see them. They're closed Sundays and Mondays. They're open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 7, and then 11 to 5 on Saturdays. And, of course, it is brought to you by YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. And they sponsor for us to come out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. So we appreciate the folks over there at YNB for supporting us and helping us be here. Of course, you can pre-qualify online there at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into the main bank and see them at 401 Elm, downtown, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon. Whatever, with that, Randy, you cracked me up, the commander. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40. As Nathan says, Nathan Taylor of YNB, 212 steps from I-40. I know he has not walked that. He's full of crap, but, whatever. And then, of course, YNB People is located on 23rd between Rockwell and McCarthy. You can't beat them over there. They are fantastic. So if you want to go over there, go see the guys and tell them that you were sent over there by me or by Nathan if you see him. Or you can go in and see him or Kent Hess, Carolyn Henthorne, or the Horn Man, Joe Horn. And there are other guys in there. I can't remember the guys' names, so I'm going to have to get those from Nathan so that I can know who everybody is. I mean, I know what their face is, but I can't remember their whole names right now, so I'm not going to badger it by saying something crazy. So that being said, I'm going to tell you what, in the NBA last night, and the thing that I'm loving about this time of year, especially now, the NBA is going crazy. And, the Thunder have a big game tonight. We're going to talk about the end. But last night, the T-Wolves. I mean, it's the biggest story right now in the NBA. The defending champs are down 2-0. They got beat 26, and they've got smashed both games. They haven't been close. And the MVP has not shown up to be MVP. He has just been frustrated. Like the other night yesterday we talked about him getting 32 points on 29 shots. Last night he was totally manhandled. Jamal Wilkes showing who he is by throwing a heat pack onto the floor. What are you doing? You could hurt somebody. What are you doing? And to me, he needs to be disciplined. Normally you would be suspended for a game, but this is the playoffs, so I don't think the NBA will do that. But a $25,000 fine to a man who makes $30 million is nothing. And and you can't take them out. They're defending champions, so it's not like you can suspend him for a game, even though he should have been. I mean, that was, excuse my language, that was a punk-ass move, okay? I would call it something else, but that was a punk-ass move right there. I mean, that's just BS. But, once again, the T-Wolves just smashed them. The T-Wolves are long. They're athletic. They're like the Thunder, except, they were the number one defensive team in the NBA. They're like the Thunder, except like I've said before, the Thunder are 6'7", 6'8", 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", where they're 6'9", 6'10", 6'11". That's the difference between us and them. Okay, they are long. They get after you. They do what they need to do. They come after you strong. They're just like the Thunder. They play defense. They get turnovers. They make you work for every single thing you get, and they just put it on you. That's what they do. I mean, that's what they do, and it's just hard to beat a team like that. But, we are 2-2 against them. They beat us twice here. We beat them twice there. But they are on a run right now. They've won 6 straight games in the playoffs. I don't see them lighting up at all. I think they want to go ahead and smash Denver and beat them up. Plus, remember that helps the Cat Man get even healthier by them sitting out. Now, whether they're going to sweep them or not, hopefully, if you're the defending champions, you have some sort of pride in yourself, but I just don't know what they're going to do. Jamal Murray, he can't get open. They're just smothering him defensively. He can't get anything done. And so they're just struggling all the way around. And then, of course, Jokic, the MVP, supposedly, I still think SGA is the MVP to me and, of course, the Oklahoma City fans. But, they're just getting smashed. They really, truly are getting smashed. So, anyway, T-Wolves up 2-0 right now, and they really look dominant. They really, really look dominant. And, everybody goes, oh, well, look at them. Well, we've only played 4 games. They swept the Suns as they should have, just like we swept the Pelicans as we should have. So that being said, guys, if you want to go and you got to make any comments of your own about what's coming up with the game tonight with the Thunder and Mavs, or about what I'm talking about, please go to YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit notification. Of course, you can comment right there, and if I see your comments, I'm going to, give you a shout out in public, and I will live on air. And plus, if you need to ask any questions, we'll answer those. So just by all means, go to that. Remember, search The Unpopular Hour, Matt Clark on YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit notifications, and you can answer any question or ask any questions to me or make any comments about what I'm talking about. Please do, by all means. My feelings don't really get hurt unless you say something really stupid, and then I'm going to comment on you. But my feelings really don't get hurt about whether you disagree or agree with me at all. That doesn't bother me, because the way I look at it is, if you make a point that's better than what I'm saying, then by all means, I will give you credit, and I will change my view, because I'm one of those people that I believe that, I'm pretty much right. And about the Thunder, I've only been wrong a couple of times, but for the most part, 98, 99% of the time, I've been right. So, you may not like my analogy, but guess what? That's why we call it the Unpopular Hour. So you don't like it, hey, comment on it, but then prove me wrong, which, of course, the Thunder have not, and I've been on point. The Pacers-Knicks game, the Knicks just crack me up. I don't really know what to really make about them, because, it's just frustrating to me with them, because, they fight, and then who was it said? What did they say today? It doesn't matter what happens the first 43 minutes, because the last 5 minutes the score is going to be tied. And that seems like that's what it is with them every game. They fight tooth and nail. But, with Josh Hart playing 47 minutes, Tom Thibodeau, that's the one thing about him. He plays his players so much. He does not give them blows. His best players, he plays them all the time. You can't play guys 45, 46, 47 minutes and for 21 or 28 games, which is what you have to win. You got to win 3 playoff rounds plus the championship. Okay? That's 28 games. There's no way anybody can play 40-something minutes, 47, 48 minutes the whole way. You're going to run out of gas, plus at the end of an 82-game season. Well, for these guys, since, with that, it's more like 65 games, or 70 games. But, the Knicks are one of those teams where it's just crazy. And I saw a thing today on Colin Cowherd where he was talking about, his top players in the playoffs. Of course, he had Jokic, he had Luka, he had Jokic. Then he had Jalen Brunson and stuff in there. And I'm like, well, Jalen Brunson is balling, no doubt. But let me see. He played against a Philly team that don't really play defense. Then he plays against a Pacers team who don't play defense. And he's been averaging 40. Now, what he's been doing is out crazy, because this is 4th straight game with 40-plus. Okay, in the game before that, he had 38 or 39. I can't remember which one he had. But, think about this. He tied Bernard King, who you young people don't know who the hell Bernard King is. But for us older people, we know who the hell Bernard King was. He was a handful. And I say I'm joined by my guy, Drew Hinthorn of Husker Drew Picks. Was Bernard King a handful or what, Drew?
Yeah, one-legged, too.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. And then, of course, Michael Jordan had 4. And then Jerry West, who people just forget about. forget about, had 6 straight 40-point games. So, that just tells you a little bit. But Drew, I was talking about the Nuggets, the Nuggets and T-Wolves. How the T-Wolves just busted them up, bro. Just busted them up. I mean, there's no other
Yeah.
way to say it. I mean, they hit them in the mouth, and they haven't done anything about it.
The Nuggets are playing a 7-game series against the Lakers. They look tired. They look old. They look lost out there, just frustrated.
How about Jamal Murray throwing the heat pack on the floor? What the hell was that? How are you that mad? Were you throwing it at the referee?
I think he was trying to get it thrown out of the game. Between times he was yelling, and Scott Foster's terrible. Let's get that right on out. How he doing an NBA referee?
He's terrible.
Unbelievable.
He's terrible.
He's absolutely pathetic. But you can tell that him and Jamal Murray got something going because every time a foul gets whistled, he's literally crying over in his face, yelling, screaming at him. I think he was trying to get thrown out. I can't believe they didn't throw him out back.
Well, they didn't know who did it, Drew.
Right.
They didn't know who did it. It wasn't until after the game that they searched.
It'll just be a fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Normally he should be suspended for that, but he won't be because you're in the NBA
Well,
playoffs.
I was listening to Wojnarowski talk, and he said there's really never been a situation to where a player has thrown something on the floor and been thrown out. So there's really not
President.
stipulation in rules that says what you're supposed to do.
You throw his ass out, Drew. He could have hurt somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could end somebody's career.
Yeah.
Now I know he wasn't intentionally even remotely thinking that, so people don't get all twisted and think we're trying to say that he did. That's not what I'm saying, or what Drew was saying. Well, I don't either, Drew, but he wasn't trying to hurt somebody.
No, he wasn't. He just frustrated. I think he was throwing it at the ref. To be honest,
Yeah.
he missed.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with you. He was not trying to. He was not trying to throw it at the ref. I mean, at a player.
No, I don't think he was throwing it at one player. He was throwing it at the ref on the baseline and missing.
Yeah. Well, if you hit him, Drew, if you hit a ref, that's an automatic 1-game suspension. You're suspended for that. But Drew, he can't get open. He can't score. You know what I'm saying? He can't get open. He can't.
Nope.
You know what I mean? He cannot get open, and they're stifling his own defense.
Where was that officiating in the Lakers series? I mean, hell, Denver lived on the free throw line against the Lakers.
Yeah.
Lived on it.
Well, my deal is this. I think that the Lakers lost the game lost the series because that's them. You folded down the stretch. The GOAT, the fake GOAT.
The Lakers don't play near the defense that you.
No, they don't. But what I'm saying is LeBron.
Younger and quicker, and they just swarmed to the ball.
By the way, Drew, ran into a Laker fan the other night, and I was like, "Hey, man, hey," I said, "Your boy LeBron." He goes, "He ain't my boy," and he goes, "It's literally what he said." He had on a Kobe jersey. He goes, "That ain't my boy." He goes, "I hope he leaves now. We need to get rid of him. I didn't want him in the first place." I said, "That's exactly what we say. We didn't want him in the first damn place. Take your ass home somewhere else. Nobody wants you. You are not a Laker. You don't have the same. You don't play games. We don't have any great Laker players that are retired or that have statues that take one shot the last 5 minutes of a game. We don't have that. Do we, Drew? Can you name one of the great Lakers who took one shot in the last 5 minutes?
The other day. Have you ever really heard Shaq talk about LeBron? You don't ever hear Shaq talk about LeBron. He very rarely does he say anything about him. I'd like to really know what his feelings are because I know he's a big Kobe guy.
Well, how can you not be?
No.
And my other thing too is them talking about Ant-Man being Jordan. Stop it.
No.
Stop it. And I heard what's his name, the big, the LeBron guy. What's his name? That thinks he knows everything on first take. What's his name? The Chiefs guy. And I love him because he's a Mahomes fan, but he's a LeBron guy. And he always comes up with this nonsense. Well, Ant-Man is in the playoffs and Jordan. I'm like, bro. LeBron didn't face one of the greatest teams in the history of the NBA and 5 Hall of Famers. LeBron didn't face that when he got into the league in Cleveland.
No.
He was in the East where there was nothing.
The East was absolutely
terrible.
horrendous.
And I said, and second of all, he had to go against the Pistons, arguably one of the top 10 defensive teams in the league. He had to go against them as well. So shut the hell up with your LeBron. You can fake numbers all the hell you want to. That's why I said when people start throwing me numbers, stop that shit. I ain't trying to listen to all that nonsense. I'm just not. When you said like fourth quarter points, Drew, to me, Give me fourth quarter points in the last 5 minutes. Don't give me fourth quarter points. Because you can have
Right.
10 in the first 5 minutes and not score the second in the last 5 minutes, like Anthony Davis.
How
You
many
know,
times has he deferred at the end of the game and passed it to somebody else and not shot? Or how many free throws has he missed in the last 10 seconds of games and been put on the line? I mean, there's a lot of stats that they choose not to talk about.
yeah. I mean, I mean, listen. Like I said, LeBron is a great all-around player, 100%. You know, he can do a lot, but like I was telling them, he is not going to, he is not going to be on Jordan's level. He's just not. He's just not. And it's not about championships because Jordan never disappeared in the finals. LeBron did twice, and not one of his fans. When I bring that up, oh well, I said, no. Explain that to me. He did it not once, but twice. And if it wasn't for Ray Allen, he wouldn't have won then. And two of his championships were.
What do you think about the first game? I tell you what, that's going to be a competitive series. I like Indiana's team.
Well,
They should've
but
won
Drew,
that game
but
last
Drew,
night. I tell you what, the officiating in New York City last night, the last minute and a half of
that was
game,
terrible.
good Lord, they looked lost.
Dude, I'm sorry. How the hell did they miss? Not one of them see that he did not kick the ball. He didn't kick the ball. There's three of you on the court, and not one of you didn't see that was hand.
And then the one where they called immediate possession, that's a dunk on the other end.
Yeah, and then and I'm sorry, the pick on Miles Turner. Come on now, the screen.
Yeah, you can't call
Come
that.
on, man. That's been going on. How many do we see those guys now? Granted, it was right at the top.
It was a flop. It was a flop, too.
Yeah, it was added on the flop. Yeah. But I'm saying, Drew, how many times do we see that in a game?
Every play. Literally every play. If you're playing the Clippers, that's every play.
Yeah, they stick their butts out. I mean, you have to me you start that if they do that, you call that in the very beginning of the game and let them know, hey, look, we're not doing that.
I tell you, Oklahoma City's going to see their fair share of it tonight.
Oh, they're gonna see screens like crazy. But the thing we're gonna get there and talk about that. But I agree with you. The Knicks.
You're going to see pick and roll. I think Kleber being out for Dallas is really going to hurt them.
Yep.
He's a big.
Well, Kleber's out. Yep.
Yeah, he's out.
He's out. Yep. He's out today. And for you guys that don't know that,
He's out for the series.
for you guys don't know, tonight the Cavs and the Celtics are the first game on TNT at 6 p.m. The Celtics are minus 12.5. God, is that too many points, Drew?
Nah, I think Cleveland's tired. I think Boston's going to work them.
And then, of course, 210.5 is the over/under.
I like the over.
Yep. And then, of course, in the Mavs and Thunder, what Drew is talking about, the game is at 8:30 on TNT. The Thunder are 3.5-point favorites, over/under 218. You took the under, didn't you? In the Thunder game?
I think I did take the under, yeah.
I think you did too. And
I don't like Oklahoma City coming off 8 days rest.
I don't like it either.
And Vegas is showing you that too, because they're the lowest point favored home team in the playoffs right now.
Well, 8 points. They're coming in, but I think if it had been against the Clippers, the spread would have been higher. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah.
But it's the Mavericks.
They're telling you that's a pick'em game. Your home court advantage usually credit for about 4 or 5 points when you're at home.
Well,
So they're basically saying it's tossed up.
and on top of that, Drew, I think another big issue is that with Kleber not playing, like you were saying when we first talked about this, with him not playing, really hurts them quite a bit because that gives them one less dependable shooter and a big man. You know what I'm saying? Out there on the three. So that's going to clog up the middle because what's our boy's name? Gabbert. He clogs up the middle. He's not going to go out. You're not going to worry about him. He's like, you're not going to worry about him shooting threes. You're not. You're just not. And the Thunder have a very big advantage, I think, tonight, simply because of one, we're playing at home and the crowd's going to be crazy. And I disagree with Colin Cowherd. He's talking about, the Madison Square Garden is the loudest arena in the NBA. No, that would be the Oklahoma City Thunder arena. Is the loudest arena in the NBA when packed and when going. That's already on record. So know what the hell you're talking about instead of just running your damn mouth. And that bothered me.
What arena was he saying?
Madison Square Garden, MSG. The loudest arena in the NBA is Oklahoma City is Thunderdome. It's already been proven. we've got the record for the loudest NBA arena. So, whatever he's saying, I'm like, dude, understand who you're talking about and what's going on. So that's how I look at that. But I'm gonna say
I
this.
think that, yeah, you're probably the loudest. I wouldn't consider Oklahoma City the biggest home court advantage.
No, that's not what I
I would
said. He
say, I
said the
would say
loudest
Madison
arena.
Square Garden might be, and I put Boston right in there.
Well, he said the
Utah,
loudest.
when Utah's crazy.
He said the loudest. The best,
Yeah.
the hardest arena to play in the NBA is Utah. To me,
Yeah,
it's
I agree with
it's
it.
the hardest place to play. They are rude, they are loud, they don't care. Those Mormons let you have it. And once again, like I said, to me, say whatever you want to, Drew, to me. But when you open your mouth to me and you say anything, talk about my kids, you talk about my family, we're gonna have an issue. Agreed? You talk about my family, we're gonna have an issue. And that's a fact. That's how I look at
And they're
that.
trying to, and they're trying to cut down on that at the NBA. And you can see it. People are getting thrown out all the time now because I think the players are tired of listening to that crap.
Yeah, I just don't do it, and we're freezing up on YouTube, man. Bad, Drew. Yeah, people can't follow us. Every time I come over here, though, they freeze up on me over here. But anyway, the games today. What is your feeling on the Thunder tonight, Drew?
And I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to come down to the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game. I think Oklahoma City's going to be a little rusty. Dallas is taking a steal one, kind of like New Orleans. This is the game they need to steal. I don't think Dallas is going to win game 2. And I think that if they go back home down 2-0, then they got to win 4 out of 5. So I think you're going to get Dallas' best effort tonight. And I think the point spread shows it. The over-under shows it. I think it's going to be tight.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, but see, my deal is this: it's all going to depend on the coach of the year. It's just going to depend on him. If you're playing 10 guys, and like I try to explain to people, you only get so many possessions a game. And in the playoffs, you get 6 to 8 less possessions a game. 6 to 10 less possessions a game. You cannot afford to give away possessions in the second quarter by playing people who should not play. You can't do it.
The way the game is officiated is going to be big. If they let Dort push.
Well, they're gonna let him play.
He does that like the way he guarded Solomon and the way he guarded Brandon Ingram in New Orleans. And Oklahoma City should be able to do what they want.
Yeah, but this is the difference, though, Drew.
Luka, don't let Dort push up on him like that. And Luka lives on the free throw line. It's gonna be a long day.
I'm gonna say this right now. Luka, unlike the other guys that we talked about, Luka's way smarter than those guys. Number one, and number two, you can be physical with Luka, but
Luka will ride an official, and Luka will ride an official the whole game.
Yeah, but the whole point, Drew, is that those officials, they don't give him everything because he runs his damn mouth too much. He cries too much.
Yep.
He would get way more calls if he didn't cry so much, and they know it. And if he gets the wrong officials who don't like him because he runs his mouth, he's going to be in for a long series.
I promise you that they've already showed tape of Dort and the way he pushed up on Ingram the whole game.
Yeah, but he wasn't fouling him, Drew.
They let that game get.
Yeah, but
So
Drew, this is the playoffs, so they're not going to call that. Okay, but the difference between Luka and Ingram is Luka's going to get to the basket, and that's when you get the majority of your calls is end up going to the basket or leaving your feet.
Luka's going to use his body. He's going to pump fake. He's going to do a lot more things than what Brandon.
Well, every time Luka's played against Dort, he just wore him out. I watched him in Dallas wear him out. I mean, he wore him out. He wore him out.
Right.
I'm sitting there watching Drew. I'm like,
he's a lot bigger, I think.
But I'm saying, Drew, I watched him when I was at the Mavs Thunder game in Dallas. He wore him out. But then he wore out J-Dub. He wore out Shea. He wore out Wiggins. He wore out what's our boy's name? Kendrick Williams. He wore everybody out, Drew. It didn't matter who was guarding him. He stepped back shooting threes from 35 feet. I'm like, how the hell are you gonna do a step back from 30? Are you kidding me?
I want to see kind of who they put on SGA tonight too. I think
They're gonna put Green. They're gonna do Green and I believe Jones. Not what's his name? Washington Jr. Jones. I think.
Washington and the white guy. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
Not Green.
Green.
They have Green. They have Green. They have Washington. They have Jones. I think are the guys they try to guard him with.
Jones. If that's Jones.
But to me, when I watched him play up there, he wore their ass out, Drew. He was,
Yep.
dude. When the opposing team goes, ooh, you know, he put this behind the back spin move on them at and one. I was like, oh my god. I mean, you know, when you do something, the opposing teams don't give you an ooh if you're the opposing player, do they, Drew?
I figure what SGA is gonna guard Kyrie.
SGA, you got J-Dub is going to guard Kyrie just like they did last time, and SGA is going to be on whomever. But SGA will switch off between Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah, you don't want SGA on Kyrie all night.
Well, no. But you're going to have J.
That
That's
makes
what
smart.
they had J-Dub on him last time. But my deal is I'm more worried about Kyrie, J-Dub bringing the ball up the court. That's what I'm worried about because Kyrie picked his pocket last time they played. That's what I'm worried because Kyrie knows how J-Dub, he dribbles high, and he doesn't know he doesn't really have his handles. He don't have them. And if he's trying to promote J-Dub in this series, which is what he's, like I tell people, I'm not against J-Dub. What I'm saying is the coach is a coach that builds players up. He makes players better. He's trying to build up J-Dub. That's what his goal is. He doesn't know how to coach a superstar. That's what the Athletic said. And I didn't agree with him, but the more I watch, yes, I do agree with him now. That's what he does. He doesn't know how to coach a superstar. He just doesn't.
Right.
And my thing is really simple, Drew. I believe that it's going to come down to coaching. If he plays Hayward 10 minutes, he shouldn't even be playing. And Gordon Hayward's a very good player, just not for the Thunder. He is a very good player, just not for us. You know what I'm saying, Drew? He's a good player. If you think he's not, you're crazy.
He just can't find his spot here.
No, he just doesn't fit. He doesn't flow with us. That's all it is. But can he play? He was averaging 16 points a game. And now he's averaging, what, 1.5? 2?
Yeah.
He just doesn't fit with our team. So to me, you didn't play Al Wolf, or you didn't play Wolf. What's the name? Al Horford? You didn't play him. Why you playing him? Just go on and get rid of him for next year. He just doesn't fit with us. It's stupid for you to try to make him fit in a team he doesn't fit with. Yeah, well, he's playing 6-8 minutes. That's 3 to 4 possessions that you're throwing away. He can't guard defensively. They're going to run pick and rolls to make sure they're guarding him, and they're going to take advantage of him. And then my second thing is, how often are you going to play your best 5 or your best 7 against their second team, which is SGA, Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, Kaysen, Jay Will, and then Chet coming out for the last 3 minutes. How often are you going to play your best lineup? Yep. That's my question. And you and I have talked about what, Drew? Your starting 5 plus Isaiah Joe, Kaysen, Jay Will, Wiggins. That's the 9 should play. Agreed?
Yep, agreed.
And then your starting 5, and hopefully Josh is making shots. If Josh is making shots and knocking down threes, then you got to leave. Then you got to keep him in the game. If he's not, it just kills you.
Well, that just changed the game, too. You can bet your ass that he's going to be open tonight.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Close out on the other players and make Josh Giddey beat him.
Wouldn't you?
100%.
I mean, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to hold him out. That's what I'm going to do to Josh. That's exactly what I'm going to do to Josh. All day, every day. I'm going to make him work. That's what I'm going to do. So we'll see how that pans out for the Thunder. I mean, I just look at our team, and Drew, we have a good chance to do something. Don't you agree? We have a chance to do something. But to me, like I was telling somebody, we match up with Minnesota. They beat us twice here. We beat them twice on the road. We match up way better with them than we do with Denver. We have zero answer for Jokic. Zero answer for him. But we match up with Minnesota way better because they're physical, we're physical. They're athletic, we're athletic. Now they're 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", well we're 6'7", 6'8". But still, the difference is when we're knocking down threes, then Gobert can't play because he's just useless against us because there's nothing he can do. And then Cat is their next guy, and he's out there shooting in the corners threes, and so is Naj Reid. He's out there shooting. And our guys are smaller, so they can't really get around them. But it kills us on the offensive rebounds when we're trying to get a defensive rebound and they're getting offensive rebounds. That's what's going to kill us.
And they're just playing at a high level right now.
Oh, aren't they? Oh.
In gear.
And Ant-Man, I'm sorry, he ain't Jordan.
No.
Stop it. Now, is he athletic the way Jordan was and the way Kobe was? Yes. But he ain't neither one of them. The difference is that they're all him defensively. Now, the last, 30 games? But what about him before that? I mean, these guys were both, what was Kobe, 11 times all defensive team, Michael Jordan 9 times?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and that Nick Wright, that's who I was thinking about. You know what he tried to say? He was talking about, well, he's doing this and this at 22, and Jordan did. I said, man, stop it, dude. Who he's going against and who Jordan went against ain't the
He just likes to
same.
say that 'cause he's a LeBron guy.
Oh, 100%. But I'm like, dude, this is not even the same. What the hell are you talking about?
Right.
And everybody forgets, unless you're older, that 85-86 Celtics team was one of the greatest teams in the history of the NBA, one of the top 3, 4 teams in the history of the game. Not
Yeah.
top 10, one of the top 3 or 4 in history. And that's who you talking about Jordan had to go through? Come on, man. Stop.
Right.
And Larry Bird, he's the baddest white boy in the history of the game. Don't you agree, Drew?
100%.
I mean, he's the only one that would disrespect people. Like, why are you putting a white boy on me? What are you doing? Why you disrespecting me like that? Nobody says that. Not out loud. Now in your mind.
Right.
I mean, Drew, let's face it. We've all played against teams that had that slow white guy, and we're like, oh, yeah, come on, let's run this pick and roll. let this guy get on, because we know we're going to eat. You know you were like that. You know I know damn well I was like that. Yeah, give me that white boy so I can eat. You know what I'm saying? And the guy we're talking about is now the coach of Colorado University Buffaloes. We used to fight over him. Okay, Drew, one question I have for you is SGA put out this tweet, okay? I want you to tell me what you think about it. He tweeted, the Thunder Clippers trade revisited. The Clippers get Paul George. The Thunder get SGA, Gallinari, LA Clippers first round 22, 23, 24, and 25 first round picks, plus Miami's 21st and 23rd first round picks. That's what they got for Paul George. Now, SGA posted that. Why would SGA post that, Drew?
Yeah, Megan, think you got the better end of that deal.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, because the Clippers are looking at trying to rebuild. Paul George, I don't think is coming back. I think he's gone. I think he's had enough. And Kawhi, what does Kawhi do? He plays just enough in contract year to get paid again. And they're offering him less than they're offering Kawhi. Which, is Kawhi a better player than him to you, Drew?
No.
I don't think so either. But they don't want to pay. They're offering Paul George less than the max. Can you explain that one to me, Drew? I don't, other than you're trying to give James Harden a bunch of money, which clearly is what you're trying to do, and try to pay Russell.
I don't think James Harden's going to be there. I mean, to me, I could see him trying to make room for Booker. I think Booker's out of Phoenix.
Yeah, but the question is, where's Booker going?
Yeah.
Where would you go if you're Booker? I'd go to New York.
Yeah, I'd say the Knicks, probably.
I'd go to New York.
Yeah, you put him alongside James Brunson.
Oh. And Anunoby. Got him too? Yeah. Ooh. Drew, oh my goodness. Because now Booker's got a point guard who can get him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He don't have to worry about anything. He's got a point guard who can get him the ball, makes all the difference in the world. I love what's going on. I cannot wait for the game because I'm planning on going to the game tonight, planning on going Thursday. Then I'm going to Dallas for the game Saturday, Drew.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a good time. I'll be thinking about you when I'm in Dallas. No, I won't. I ain't going to lie. Ain't no sense in me lying.
I'm going to go Thursday, I think.
Yeah, are you and Jay? Josh?
Yeah, I think J-Dub's going in town, so I think we're going to try to go Thursday night.
Oh, okay. Oh, J-Dub coming in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a Saturday game, it's a day game.
Yes, 2:30. Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is,
have a quick turnaround, sitting there playing Thursday night. I figure they'd stretch that to Sunday.
Well, they don't know because it's Saturday. It's Saturday, Monday.
No.
It's what it is. It's Tuesday. Let me see. It's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. So Game 6 is they gave him 2 days rest on Game 6.
Right.
And by that time, the Thunder will be rolling by then. And I think the Mavericks are still going to be a little tired because that Clipper series took a lot out of them. Even though it was 5 games, there was 5 rough games. They were physical, and I think it took a lot more out of them. But like you said, this first game is going to be important for the Thunder to be able to get a W out of and survive this first game for sure. So we're going to say that is.
What's up, boys? Line change.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, let me do this quick.
How we doing, fellas?
Good. We'll do this quick sponsor. I want to thank SRB. Appreciate those guys for everything they do for us. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guy Mark Long up. They love, love, love to be behind the scenes. And if you're building a new complex, they'll make sure that it's laid out. There's no flooding or anything with that. And then also, if you've got a dam that needs to be removed or a dam that needs to be checked or a water treatment plant, hit our guys up over at SRB. Collaborative Logic, if you have needs for software to make your office run smoother or computers for networking or replace your current networking person, hit those guys up. They love to be able to come in. The thing I love about them is whenever we have an issue, they can remote in and fix whatever I've got going on. So hit our guys up over there in Russell Willow Fort. Oak Grove Trucking and our guy Jose Fierro.
What up, Jose?
He's already sent me a text, Drew, talking about, that's stats don't mean nothing. Stats are for losers. That's what he said. And of course, he's a Broncos fan, so that's probably why he's saying that. But Oak Grove Truck, if you have need for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit the guys up over there. And of course, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank makes things happen.
Yes, they're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, and proud sponsor for us to be here today at Georgia's Happy Hog because they do support us to go out. They do have us go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into the main bank and see Joe Horn or our guy Nathan Taylor or Ken Hess if he's still there or the commander or my favorite sister and Drew's mama, Carolyn Hinthorn, our favorite. And, of course, which is, what is it, Drew, 66 steps from historic.
66 steps from historic downtown. You caught us.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable how he does that. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 at 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40. And Nathan says it's 212 steps from I-40. There is no way in hell he walked 212 steps. He's
coming back with a red dog or something,
God dang, man. Wow. Wow. Ben, I need your help with your boy over here. He's on fire right now. YNB people.
Trying to get into Waffle House lane.
Oh, my God. Anyway, YNB People's located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then, of course, the Shelter Insurance, the Mark Pemberton Agency, located 4609 Southeast 29th in Dale City, Oklahoma, 405-670-2424. Open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5, Fridays 9 to 1, closed Saturdays and Sundays, probably serving the mid-area area since 1982. Now, Drew, are you sure about your picks today? You were only 6-1 yesterday. Are you sure about your picks today, bro?
Yeah, I'm on a heater right now, so it's just rolling along here, boys.
Yeah, well, you got the Mavericks, and you're taking the money line tonight, minus 110. So you're taking the Mavericks and the points.
Yeah, I'm taking the Mavericks. I like the Mavericks. I still like them in this game. I like the under, the 218.5. But, you're getting a whole lot of value at 3 points.
Yep.
So I'll take the money line plus 140 and try to make a little money. I think that any game, this is a game they've got to win. If they don't win tonight, they're in a lot of trouble.
They're in a lot of trouble, I agree.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you're taking this.
They're kind of beat up, and they're missing Cleaver. And I don't think Luka's 100%. So
He's not.
Kind of like New Orleans. They came in kind of wounded, and all their eggs in one basket trying to win game one.
Yep, got to win this first one. Of course, then you got the Celtics. You're taking. I still say that's a lot of points, but you like them anyway.
Yeah, I think the Cavs are tired. Going 7 games, a quick turnaround, going to Boston. Boston, they look pretty much unbeatable in their series, but then again, Miami's missing their best player, so really tell.
Hey, that reminds me. That reminds me, guys. Did y'all see that thing that I sent that Pat Riley told? Said if you're not on the court playing, you need to shut up.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
Pat is Pat Riley. He don't care, does he? He don't care, man.
Feel free to ship him on out to Los Angeles too if they want to.
Yeah.
I'll take him.
Hey, we'll switch out, send LeBron back to him. Yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
That ain't. He don't want LeBron. He don't want LeBron. The Braves. You're taking the money line. You haven't bet on your Braves lately. What's the?
After getting swept by the Dodgers last weekend, but I tell you what, Ohtani in that lineup is just a different animal.
He's pretty good, Drew.
I think the Braves never play very well out in Los Angeles. They lost the game 1 in extra innings, which don't get me started on extra inning baseball. I absolutely cannot stand it. But they lost game one, and then they didn't pitch very well the way out. So I
Yeah,
look
but
for them to regroup a little bit today. Boston's pitching isn't very good. So Lopez on the mound today, I took for a lot of runs to be scored in that game as well.
okay. And then of course you're taking the Brewers. Is this in Milwaukee today? Is that playing right now? What is that?
The Brewers are not in Milwaukee. I believe that they are a road team. Let me get back to it here. Let's see. Brewers are at Kansas City.
Okay.
So Kansas City guys at 21-15, they're actually playing some pretty good baseball right now. But I like the Brewers in that matchup. I do believe that the Brewers are throwing their eighth today. Yep, smelling Ray's throwing today. 2.67 ERA. So I look for the Brewers to take that game against the Royals.
Okay. Then of course you're taking my Yanks and the money line.
Yeah, another team, another juggernaut team has just kind of just been plugging along. Yankees tonight are let's see who they're throwing. I looked at this earlier. The Yankees are playing the Astros, and the Astros, yeah, they're so up and down right now. Verlander's throwing for the Astros, and Luis Gill's throwing for the Yankees. So two really good pitchers. That should be a pitcher duel.
Okay. Then of course the Pirates is who you got next up.
Yeah. And the Angels are just really bad. That's the more I'm betting, not really betting on the Pirates, betting against the Angels. I just still can't believe that Mike Trout even plays baseball there. I mean, just imagine if he played somewhere else. Yeah, anywhere else. So,
Oh, I agree. I agree hard.
anyway.
Let me see. Who else do I got? Who you have after that, Drew? My thing just clicked on over here. We got
Rangers
the Rangers. We have the Rangers money line plus 100.
Yeah, so that's more up Ben's alley there. I like the Rangers in hockey tonight. Ben, what are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I think. So with that one on the Rangers, I like them. I think they're a high-powered offense. I think this one's actually. I think it's going to go to overtime. But
So that was the Rangers in hockey, not the Rangers in baseball. That was the Rangers in hockey.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, that's gonna be a great game tonight. Last game was close to the 4-3. Zibanejad for the Rangers played unreal, so I think it's gonna be a good game tonight again. I think once Shesterkin, once his over under on saves come out, I'm gonna take his over. It should be right around 27-28, I imagine, and I'm gonna take the over on that one. He played great last time. I imagine do the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually playing against your Stars tonight. I like the Avalanche on the money line there against Stars plus 120.
Yeah, I saw that. I wasn't happy about that. I wasn't happy about that, man.
Yeah, I'm just worried about Ottinger. Ottinger's either one or two best goalie in the world right now for the Stars, and so I think with them being at home, it might change a little bit. I don't know, but the Avs are probably the most high-powered team left right now in the playoffs.
Man, I'm playing a little more just against that Stars coming off a Game 7 series against the rival, and maybe
rest versus rust. We'll see.
Well, and then on top of that, Drew, though, what I was saying too, on top of that, how about the Mavericks and the Stars both playing on the same night?
Well, yeah, good thing they're not in the same arena. That would really screw some things up. They'll get it switched out. They get it switched out within like 12 hours, but you'd have to have a day game or something.
I think what they would do is they would just shift to different days. That's what they would have done. I mean, that's what they would have had to do.
That is pretty sweet though for the city of Dallas that they got.
Yeah, but that's kind of hard though, isn't it, Ben? Well, I guess you're one or the other, aren't you? You're either a Stars fan or a Mavs fan, aren't you? You're not both, right?
Yeah, obviously I'm Bruins, but if they're my second team, like I always go, I'll go to a Stars game at least once a year usually. I've always liked them just because growing up watching Madonna,
right,
Van Dyke, all those boys.
And then
Brett Hull out there, that was unreal.
And Drew, I don't know why you have the Canucks in here again.
Yeah, well, I don't know why they keep throwing the Canucks line up on the board so early. They just must be wanting for everybody to bet on that.
Okay, well,
I could have sworn that game was Monday night. Now it's Wednesday, so that didn't make it.
Yeah, it made no sense.
Hey, just so you know, it's been there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm still taking a cut.
Yeah, that'll be a great series over there. We'll see if the Oilers can stop the puck.
I agree. Then, of course, my basketball camp is coming up June 13th and 14th. We have about 8 spots left, or 8 to 10 spots left. If you guys want to come out and sign up, please, hit the URL code right there and sign up. You can Venmo or Cash App me, either one. And, it's grades 2nd through 8th, and it's the grades you're currently in. And that's Thursday and Friday from 8 to 12. It's a 2-day deal. And now this is not a camp for you to drop your kid off like it's day camp, because you're going to waste $155. I can promise you that. It's not that type of deal. This is a camp where you actually have to bring your kids who actually want to learn how to play. We do drills and we do skill sets, and that's the things that we do. It's not a basketball camp for fun. It's not the Thunder camp. It's not OU or OSU or UCO or OCC camp. This is actually a basketball camp where they learn how to play. So just in case you want to do it, go ahead. It's 13th and 14th of June. Here's the code to sign up. Just go ahead and scan it. Take a picture of it and go ahead and sign up so I can get your T-shirts and all that. And, of course, my boy Charles Williams, he's going to probably be on tomorrow before his camp, before his clinic on Thursday. He's got Kelvin Sampson coming in and a couple of other coaches there in Frisco, Texas at the Legacy Christian Academy. So, hey, if you guys are interested in basketball coaches clinics, Kelvin is the man, the former OU basketball coach. He is the dude, and I really am a big fan of Kelvin. Are you guys big fans of Kelvin too? Drew, Nathan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I go.
Yeah, I'm a big
Ready
fan.
book.
I'm a big fan of him. I really like him, even though he's OU guy. I still really like him, especially him coming on my show a long time ago when I was doing my high school sports show. So, in scores last night, hey Ben, your Bruins handled their business 5-1. And I love the fact that the start of the third period, the coach calls
Yeah,
timeout.
man, they came back. They had one goal in on them early, and they came back. Scored 5 in a row.
Well, that's what I'm saying, the coach. But I'm just saying, the third quarter, he called timeout at the beginning of the third quarter and just lit into those guys. Like, what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, man, don't wait till they start scoring before you get your head out your butt. So, like what the Bruins did right there, like what the coach did, calling timeout and jumping down their throats, and they definitely responded right after that.
Yeah, they went and they made sure they took care of business.
Yep.
There was a lot of depth scoring too, which was great. And Jeremy Swayman again, he hasn't let in more than 2 goals in any game this playoff so far, even going back to the last series. He's playing unreal. So having that again, hopefully he comes back. Sway's the way, baby.
Yep. And then of course now you've got the games tonight. Here's what's coming up and who plays who. You got Vancouver and Edmonton, and of course you got your Bruins are up 1-0, and then you've got the Rangers up 1-0. So the games tonight are the Canes and the Rangers. The Rangers are up 1-0, but they're just +1, 5.5 point favorites. Nathan, they're underdogs today. I mean, not Nathan. I mean Ben.
Yeah, no, you're good. The Rangers, they're a tough team right now. Shesterkin and that for them, he's playing on just like a couple of the other guys. That's that when you're going in the playoffs, you got to have a hot goal. You got to ride that hand. So they're doing that well right now. Carolina is, I think the most second, like on the East, I think they're the most talented team left. Frederick Anderson had a poor game last game in net for them. So if that power play gets going, they're going to be a tough team. But it's going to start getting dirty. They're going to start getting after each other. You're going to see some weight stuff after the whistle. So these teams are about to really start testing each other. So it should be good though. But I'm actually sprinkling on both these games to go to overtime. I'm just doing a half unit on both. I believe this game's 310. The other one's plus 330 to me.
Okay, and then of course my Stars, Drew's going against them. The Avalanche and the Stars are 1.5 point favorites, 6.5 over under.
Yeah, it's all up to Ottinger and that. If Otter can stand on his head like he did last, couple games, then I imagine that they might take this one, especially being at home. But Colorado's stacked, and they're gonna be coming hard. They're gonna be coming fast. If that power play gets going, look out, Dallas. I mean, it could go pretty quickly if that power play gets going.
You know what's weird about me about
Nathan
Dallas?
McKinnon, best player. Yeah, Nathan McKinnon, arguably the best player in the world, playing for Colorado. So
Yep.
He's going to be a handful.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. But you know what's crazy though, Ben and Drew? The only Dallas fan I am is of the Stars. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm not a Rangers fan, and I'm not a Mavericks fan. Isn't that crazy? I only like the Stars. All right, that crazy.
They're a lot of my secondary teams. Just because my dad just grown up around it, so they're a lot of my second or third, favorite if I'm going to follow somebody or say my team's out.
Yeah,
I like the Stars second. That's behind the Bruins. That's I grew up watching them all the time.
Yeah, because I don't have a football team. My dad was a Packers fan, of course, because they were one of the first NFL teams to really allow black players in the 60s. So,
Yeah.
and they had a bunch of them, and most of them are Hall of Famers. Ironically, those and the Chiefs were the first ones to actually go out and get the black players and from the historically the HBCUs. By the way, guys, I love this. So one of my young kids, I was training him, and we were talking about HBCUs. He goes, "Coach, what's an HBCU?" And I just looked at him. I was like, "Wow!" But he's 10. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's 10. And I said, "It's historically black college university." And he goes, "Why do they call them black university?" And his parents, they were just looking at him like, they were kind of embarrassed. But I'm like, don't be embarrassed. He doesn't know. And, why would he know that? You know what I'm saying?
And that's cool that that's cool that he doesn't think anything like that.
They had no, and he wasn't being mean, or he just clearly was like, well, why did they do that? Like, why is there a difference between a black college and a white college? Basically, is what he goes in the college. That's that was basically his thought process. So I thought that was cool, and I had to explain it to him. But I thought I thought that was a very cool, teachable moment.
Yeah, good teaching point.
Yeah, it really was, and it was just so funny. He literally looked at me like, what black? I mean, like literally, why is that? Well, that's weird, to him. But he's 10, so he hasn't been taught racism yet. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been learning. His parents are both very, very cool. But I thought that was a very cool, innocent moment. Yeah, it was a great opportunity for me to say that. And he just looked at me after I told him, he goes, "Oh, okay," and just went back out to play. Just like literally just walked like, "Oh, okay," and just walked off and just kept running like no big deal. It's like, wow. And his parents, that was laughing at his mom because she was like, "Oh my God." I'm like, no. That's a teachable moment. That tells me that says a lot about you and your husband as parents. That's what that said to me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's what that says to me. So I was proud of that. But so what do y'all think about tonight, Ben? What is your thought process on the Thunder Mavericks?
Man, I think the Mavs are going to come out and punch us in the mouth, and if we play our right players, I think
right
lineups, 7 or 8, guys that I think need the minutes. I agree with what you said yesterday about Gordon Hayward's a great player, but just not
for us.
Fit our process right now. I think we just need to put a few more minutes in some of these guys, especially if we can come out and win game 1. That would be. That'd be all the difference. I really do believe.
Yeah.
But I think the Mavericks are going to come out and punch us in the mouth. So we'll just see how we respond. The last 5 minutes in the fourth, we'll see who takes over, and I think that'll be the finish. I think it's going to be a close game. I didn't really look at the over/under, but I think it's going to be a close game going into it.
Yep, I agree. Ben, Drew?
I'll just kind of reiterate what I said before. I mean, Dallas, if they go down 2-0, they're going to win 4 out of 5. I don't think with the way they're set up right now, missing Cleaver, a little banged up, I just don't think they can beat the Thunder 4 out of 5. That all changes if they win tonight. Then you go back home and you say, all we got to do is win our home game.
Yep.
The whole mindset changes. The way they look at it changes. They feel like they stole one. They get a little confident.
Yep.
I think that all they're going to do in one basket. I think you're going to see Dallas' best defensive effort tonight. I think it's going to be physical. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be low scoring. But I could be wrong. I had Denver last night.
Yeah, I thought Denver was going to show up too, but yeah, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They're fire right now. They're so frustrated. I mean, they I don't know what they're doing. They're a completely different team than played. But then again, they were down 150 minutes to the Lakers.
Yep. The difference is, what did somebody say that I think it was yesterday? They said the difference, or this morning, the difference between the Lakers, who they're playing now, and when they're playing the Lakers is they got behind a slow start against the Lakers, and the Lakers let them back in. And what Minnesota said, no, we're not letting you back in. If you're going to start slow, we're going to bunch you in the mouth.
The Minnesota bench is so much better than the Laker bench, and it's really showing.
Yeah. Well, you got the 6th man of the year. Go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was literally about to say the exact same thing. I was about to say I think just they're all stars, a little bit younger, obviously. So they're going the right way, and I think obviously the Lakers, those old legs, they get heavy, man, they get full of cement.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you gotta, they gotta figure out how to get out of that next year.
Yeah, the thing is this to me.
Davis doesn't get hurt in the third quarter. That game goes. That series goes
7. Yeah, which is bad for either one of those teams going against Minnesota. Okay, and but see, like I was saying earlier, Minnesota doesn't scare me. Denver scares me more than Minnesota does. Just like, oh, by the way, yesterday, Ben, I don't think Ben and I talked about this. So Drew, all weekend I had to, I used to when I was coaching, we'd go to Dallas and we play against the Triumphs, right? And so in the tournament this weekend, the guy goes, "Oh yeah, we're gonna sweep the Thunder. We're gonna bust y'all. We're gonna bring." He goes, "I should have brought my broom." I went, "Man, stop it." He goes, "Well, it's gonna be 5 at least. It's gonna be 4." I said, "Man."
I've listened to a lot of radio in the last few days, and boy, I tell you what, all these Thunder fans thinking Thunder and 5. You just be careful because Dallas is dangerous.
That's my thing. Is this?
They got 2 or 3 superstars. They can go and they get hot.
It's hard to beat.
And the whistle's blow for Luka. This could be a long series.
Yeah. What I said is I believe the Thunder in 6, and then if it goes 7, I don't know. I think Luka and Kyrie in a game 7, being there many times before, that's what scares me. We don't finish them in 6. I'm worried. That's kind of sad. I figured we get them twice.
I like our young legs.
I said we win at home and we get them once in Dallas. That's what I said. We win at home, we get them once in Dallas. That's.
Which goes to play in tonight's a huge game.
Yes.
They gotta win tonight.
They got to win tonight. Yep. It's just like Indiana last night trying to beat the Knicks. You win that game, it's a different series.
Man, that was a rough call.
That was a rough dude.
It's all about Dallas' mindset. If they win tonight, they know they can close Oklahoma City out on a home game.
Yeah, well, I think, but you know what, Drew? We beat them in Dallas.
Yep.
And I think but the thing is this. Go ahead.
Porzingis is out tonight too.
Well, Porzingis ain't playing. He's gonna miss the whole series. This first, he's not gonna play probably to the next series. They'll probably hold him out.
They don't really need them to beat the Cleveland.
No, what I've said is, and I've said this, Ben. Boston doesn't have to worry about using him until they play the finals, because then you've got to deal with Karl Anthony Towns. Not against the Knicks. Knicks don't have a big man.
I think the Knicks will give him a lot of problems just because of how well Brunson's playing.
Yeah, but the difference is,
but
my thing is this: the difference between Brunson playing anybody, the Knicks are long and they play. The Celtics are long and they can play defense. He played what, the Sixers? They don't play defense.
Big favorite right now to win the NBA.
Yeah, my deal is that I know that, but my thing is this: the Celtics play defense.
Yep.
The Sixers, they don't play defense. The Pacers, they don't play defense. Neither one of them play defense. So he's going to, Brunson's had 39, 40, 40, 40. He's had 4 40-point games, and he should have had 5 in a row.
Wow.
Okay, he had 38, 39 the game 7 against, not game 7, but against Philly. So he had, before he started this 4-game run, he had 39 in the game before that. The over-under him, Drew, last night was 37. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
37 points was the over-under for him last night.
With Indiana, he's going to score those points.
Yes.
Does not
play defense at all. So until he gets against Boston, who are long, Drew Holiday and those guys, they're long, they're athletic, they're physical. So, Brunson's going to have a little bit more issue. Plus, he's playing, 45 minutes a game?
Yeah.
He little.
He's cruising right now.
And I think Indiana will beat them a couple times in Indiana. This may go 6 or 7.
They're going to beat the crap out of us. Like, I don't care who you are, when you're playing that many minutes, you can't. That's the only thing with Thibodeau. That's his only issue I have with it. Dude, you can't play guys 45 minutes, 46 minutes in 21 games. You can't. You're going to run out of gas, especially if they're physical. In the playoffs, eventually you're going to get mentally tired. Eventually at some point. I just don't like that. So, and then I don't like the Thunder on the other side playing 11 guys either, 10, 11 guys. I don't like that either. Dude, give me 9 guys, play them all, play my starters about 30, between 36 to 38 minutes. Maybe go SGA and J-Dub, maybe 40 minutes. Dort, if he needs to play 40, that's fine. He's playing defense. I don't really need him offensively. And because I can tell you this, Dort's going to have to knock down. The Thunder to win, they're going to have to knock down threes.
A lot of them.
They're going to have to hit threes. Dort's going to have to hit threes. And my question is, like in the Dallas game, they went on that 30-0 run for one reason, because he left Dort in the game to guard Luka. And I'm like, well, hell, they're back, Drew. They were backing off of him. Mm-hmm. The fans were screaming, leave. I'm saying, take his ass out. And they're screaming, leave him in. Leave him in. I'm like, the hell? You listening to him or what you supposed to be doing, coach? What you doing? Why you listening to Dallas fans? And he was just,
I don't necessarily, I like Dagnall, but I don't necessarily agree that this is a coaching mismatch the way everybody.
No, it's not. No. It's not with him and, no, not with these two. No, not with these two.
It's not. I mean, yeah, I'm not a big Jason Kidd guy, but Dallas went to the finals 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, he went to the Western Conference Finals 2 years ago. So
Well, my deal is this,
the
Drew.
brakes a little bit on how bad a coach Jason Kidd is and all this nonsense. This is going to be a good series. I've said it.
I agree. We all have.
The whole time Oklahoma City plays Dallas, it could very easily go 7 games.
My deal is this. Daigneault has to do two things. He has to play the right lineups, number one.
Yep.
And number two, he's got to put the ball in SJ's hands at the end of quarters, at the end of the game. He's got to do those are two things he's got to do. We're not building. We're not. What did he say he was doing? We're. What did he call it? We're not keeping our players' heads in the clouds. Is what he said. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Give me your X factor. Who's your X factor for each team?
You want me to go first?
Yep.
Okay, my X factor for the Thunder will probably be Chet on what he does.
Yep.
For the Mavericks, it's probably going to be Green or Washington Jr.
Yep. I would have said Chet and PJ Washington. I think those two.
Isn't that his name, Washington Jr.? Isn't that Washington Jr.? Yeah.
Yeah, with Kleber being out,
Yeah.
I think PJ Washington's going to have to score 15 to 20 points a game. He's going to have to score 15 a game, and I think Chet's going to have to be able to make the three.
Chet's going to have to make the threes. Chet's got to have. He's got to be 18. He's got to be 18, 9, 3. You know what I'm saying? 3 blocks. 18, 9, and 3. Or 18, 8, and 3. Whatever. He's going to have to be, if not double digits and rebounds, he's going to be 8 or 9. He's got to be close to it, and he's got to get 3 blocks. And if he's that, I think the Thunder win.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I think. Ben, you got a comment about it?
Yeah, I mean, I was actually going to agree with the Chet, and then mine's just going to be Luka's health for Dallas. As long as he stays healthy, I think that'll be their X factor. If he's out, it's game over.
Yep, I agree.
And obviously, he has his health issues, so I don't know. We'll see if he can last the whole. If we go 7, it'll be tough for him to go that long, getting that many minutes.
Well, all I know is that
Luka's about to become public enemy number 1.
Yeah, he is.
He will be. You want to talk about whining? You think he's going to whine about every call?
Drew, he already does that. There's nothing new.
People know it, but they're really about to know it.
Everybody's about to see around here.
But the whole thing is this, Drew. I mean, like I said, Ben, when I told Drew earlier, depends on which referees we get.
Yeah.
They either are like, Luka, you play the game, quit crying, or they're gonna be like, hey, there, Luka, he's one, we'd rather see him. So depending on what referees he gets, just like last night in the damn Knicks game or the Nuggets game last night, dude, what? I'm not a fan of him, man.
No.
And I hate it when he calls Thunder games. I hate it when we see him. Hate him, bro.
Him and what's his name? The point guard, the State Farm commercial guy.
Yeah.
They hate each other. Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they hate. Paul's been thrown out. It's like some outlandish time when he refs the game.
Yeah, it's outrageous. I agree. It's crazy. All right, guys, anything y'all want to say before we get out of here?
No, I just enjoy it. It's here tonight. Big game. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
A lot of good sports coming up the next couple of weeks, and a lot of Big 12 baseball coming to big series this weekend.
That starts. Yep, and then women's softball starts tomorrow.
Yep.
And we didn't talk about OSU busting OU 2 out of 3 games in softball. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, and really, that's been awful quiet on the radio.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Shocking.
Yeah.
All right, guys, appreciate you. That was my guy Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPigs.com.
Go Big Red.
And High Stick Harry, my guy Ben Dillman.
Hey, cheers, boys. Have a good one.
Hey,
good sports.
For the rest of you guys, hey, enjoy the games tonight. If you're a hockey fan, you got hockey tonight. If you're a basketball fan, you got basketball. That being said, everybody have a fantastic day. Hey, come to Georgia's. Enjoy some of this barbecue. Oh, by the way, Drew, I got some ends, too. I'm going to take care of those.